What is going on? Crypto stands family. Welcome back to the channel where we cut through the noise and deliver the hard-hitting analysis you need to navigate the crypto revolution. I'm your host, and today we are tackling a silent giant, a project that has been quietly building an empire while the rest of the market chase hype. This is a story that every single crypto investor needs to hear. But for those of you holding this token, this is an absolutely critical must-watch briefing. Today, we're putting Stellar XLM under the microscope. I know what some of you might be thinking. Stellar? The coin that's been moving sideways? The project that's always in the shadow of others? Forget all of that. Erase it from your memory. Because the Stellar today is not the Stellar of yesterday. A fundamental shift has occurred. The technology has evolved. The institutional giants have arrived. And a killer use case has been unlocked that has the potential to onboard millions, if not billions, of users and trillions of dollars in value. This isn't just about fast and cheap payments anymore. This is about the tokenization of the entire global financial system. This is about creating a bridge between the old world of finance and the new digital economy so seamless, so powerful, that it could trigger an unprecedented revaluation of the Stellar network. So, if you hold XLM, or if you're looking for the next deeply undervalued project with real-world, cataclysmic potential, you're in the right place. We're about to break down exactly what this killer use case is, who the major players are that are making it happen, and what this means for the price of XLM in 2025. Let's get into it. The foundation, why Stellar was built to win. To understand where Stellar is going, you have to understand its origin. Stellar was co-founded by Jed McCaleb, the same visionary mind who co-founded Ripple. But Jed saw a different path. While Ripple focused on serving the existing banking giants, Stellar was created with a more revolutionary mission: to bank the unbanked and connect the entire global population to the financial system. This isn't just a feel-good story. It's baked into its DNA. The network is overseen by the Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, a nonprofit organization dedicated to fostering growth and financial inclusion. This mission-driven approach is a key differentiator in a space often driven by profit alone. But the real magic lies in its technology. Stellar doesn't use a traditional blockchain. It uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP, a brilliant invention that allows the network to be incredibly fast, dirt cheap, and extremely energy efficient. We're talking about transactions that settle in 3 to 5 seconds for a fee that is a tiny fraction of a penny. This combination of a noble mission and superior technology has created a powerful foundation. For years, Stellar has been the go-to network for simple, fast, and reliable payments. But that was just Act 1. The launch of a groundbreaking new upgrade has just kicked off Act 2. And this is where the story gets explosive. The killer use case unleashed. All right, family, this is the core of today's briefing. This is why every XLM holder needs to be paying close attention. The killer use case for Stellar isn't just one thing. It's a powerful 3-part system that works in perfect harmony to solve one of the biggest challenges in the world, making value as easy to send as an email. The engine, Soraban smart contracts. For a long time, Stellar was a master of one thing: payments. But with the recent launch of Soraban, Stellar has been supercharged with advanced smart contract capabilities. Think of this as giving a Formula One car a brand new, next-generation engine. Soraban transformed Stellar from a simple payment network into a fully fledged platform for developers to build sophisticated, decentralized applications. This opens the door to DeFi, NFTs, and complex financial products, all on a network that is already scalable and secure. This upgrade was the missing piece of the puzzle, the technological leap needed to unlock Stellar's true potential. The fuel real-world asset RWA, tokenization. Now that we have the engine, we need the fuel. And in the world of finance, the ultimate fuel is real-world assets. RWA tokenization is the single biggest narrative in crypto right now. And for good reason. It's the process of creating a digital representation of a physical or financial asset on a blockchain. Think stocks, bonds, real estate, carbon credits, and even money market funds. This is where the institutional giants come in. Franklin Templeton, a global investment firm with over $1 trillion in assets under management, chose Stellar to launch the first U.S. registered mutual fund process on a public blockchain. Let me repeat that. A trillion-dollar firm picked Stellar to tokenize one of its core financial products. Why? Because Stellar's network provides the speed, low cost, and compliance tools needed for regulated financial instruments. They are not alone. WisdomTree, another major asset manager, is using Stellar for their digital asset wallet, offering tokenized gold and dollar funds. The Stellar Development Foundation has set a goal of facilitating $3 billion in on-chain RWAs by 2025. That's a 10x increase from 2024, and it's just the beginning. This isn't speculative value. This is tangible, real-world financial value being ported directly onto the Stellar network. Every time these assets are moved, traded, or managed, it creates demand and utility for the network. The highway, the global on and off ramp. So we have the engine, Sorbonne, and the fuel, RWAs. But what good is a fueled-up race car if there are no roads? This is a final and perhaps most crucial part of Stellar's killer use case, the global on and off ramp network. The partnership with MoneyGram is the crown jewel here. This isn't just a logo on a website. This is a live, working integration that connects the digital world of Stellar to the physical world of cash. Through Stellar's Anchor network, a user can walk into one of over 300,000 MoneyGram locations in 180 countries, convert their physical cash into a digital stablecoin like USDC on Stellar, and send it anywhere in the world in seconds. The recipient can then walk into their local MoneyGram and convert it back to cash. This single partnership solves the last-mile problem for billions of people. It bridges the gap between the banked and the unbanked. It's being used by the UN and the World Bank to deliver humanitarian aid more effectively in crisis zones. This is not a hypothetical future. It is happening right now. So what is the killer use case? It's a seamless integration of these three pillars. The ability to tokenize any real-world asset using Sorbonne smart contract power, and then move that value anywhere on the planet, instantly and for fractions of a penny, through a massive physical, real-world network like MoneyGram. This is the holy grail of financial technology, the alliance of giants. A project is only as strong as the ecosystem building on it. And Stellar's ecosystem is turning into a who's who of global finance and technology. We've already talked about the heavy hitters, but it's worth reiterating just how significant these partnerships are. Franklin Templeton and WisdomTree. These aren't crypto startups. These are legacy finance giants, the bedrock of the traditional investment world. Their decision to build on Stellar is a massive vote of confidence that sends a clear signal to the rest of the institutional world. Stellar is ready for prime time. MoneyGram. This partnership cannot be overstated. It provides a level of real-world accessibility that no other blockchain can match. It makes Stellar the most practical network for global remittances and financial inclusion. Circle. USDC, having the world's leading regulated stablecoin, USDC, seamlessly integrated on Stellar, is a cornerstone of this entire ecosystem. It provides a trusted, stable, and compliant digital dollar that can flow through the network, power RWA trading, and be cashed out at any MoneyGram location. These alliances create a powerful network effect. When a firm like Franklin Templeton joins, it makes it easier for the next 100 financial institutions to follow. They are building the rails, and soon the trains will start running at full speed. XLM price explosion. The path to new highs in 2025. All right, this is a chapter you've all been waiting for. What does this all mean for the price of Stellar, XLM? For years, XLM has been a frustrating hole for many. It has underperformed in bull markets and has been slow to react to positive news. But I believe that is about to change dramatically. The market is a lagging indicator. It's only now beginning to price in the fundamental transformation that has already taken place on the Stellar network. Let's break down the potential price scenarios for 2025. The conservative case, the awakening. In this scenario, the market simply wakes up to what's already been built. The continued growth of Sorbonne, the steady increase in tokenized assets from Franklin Templeton, and expansion of the MoneyGram network will naturally drive demand. In this case, we could see XLM finally break its old resistance levels and establish a new floor in the 50 cents to 75 cents range. The bullish breakout, the RWA narrative ignites. What happens when the RWA narrative truly takes hold of the market? As investors realize that trillions of dollars in real-world assets will eventually be tokenized, they will flock to the network's best position to capture that value. With its institutional partners and live use cases, Stellar is arguably in the pole position. This could easily propel XLM into the $1.25 to $2.50 range, taking out its previous all-time high and entering price discovery. The killer use case unleashed shock scenario. Now, what happens when the synergy we talked about reaches its full potential? Imagine Franklin Templeton's tokenized fund seeing massive inflows, proving the RWA model at scale. Imagine a major government or central bank officially announcing they're using Stellar for a CBDC or a digital currency project, leveraging the MoneyGram network for distribution. Imagine millions of new users being on board through simple, user-friendly wallets connected to real-world payment rails. In this shock scenario, the repricing of the Stellar network will be violent and swift. The market would finally grasp that XLM is not just another altcoin, but a foundational asset for a new, inclusive global financial system. In this scenario, a price of $5 or higher is not just possible. It is a logical conclusion. The network's utility would finally be reflected in its valuation. Epilogue: the future of finance is Stellar. So, to every single XLM holder, to everyone who has patiently believed in the mission and the technology, your time is coming. The frustration of the past is the fuel for the future. Stellar has not been sleeping. It has been building. It has been assembling the pieces of the puzzle that, now complete, reveals a picture of a truly global and inclusive financial network. The killer use case is here. It's the synergy of advanced smart contracts, the tokenization of trillions in real-world assets, and a global on- and off-ramp network that connects digital value to the physical world. Stellar is no longer just XRP's little brother. It is a powerhouse in its own right, with a clearer mission and arguably a more impactful real-world footprint at the consumer level. It is the bridge for the people, the network for the new economy. That's our deep dive for today. Crypto stands family. The evidence is overwhelming. The pieces are in place. Stellar is powering the killer use case that could reshape our world. As always, this is not financial advice. You must do your own research. But the fundamentals are screaming, and the future of finance looks incredibly bright. It looks stellar. Until next time, stay strong, stay informed, and prepare for what's coming.